The posture and tone of the European Council president was clear from the start of his speech. He had come to the Security Council to make a hard-hitting speech on Russia's actions in Ukraine, calling it savagery, accusing Russian soldiers of war crimes, of crimes against humanity, while vowing that those crimes would be punished and those responsible held accountable. But then he pivoted, directly addressing the Russian envoy seated at the same table.
Distinguished members of the Security Council.
While both Russia and Ukraine blame each other for the blocked exports, the EU was unequivocal in accusing the Kremlin of using food supplies as a stealth missile against developing countries.
Despite the Kremlin's campaign of lies and disinformation, I've seen it with my own eyes a few weeks ago in Odessa. Millions of tons of grain and wheat stuck in containers and ships because of Russian warships in the Black Sea and because of Russia's attack on transport infrastructure. And it is Russian tanks, Russian bombs and mines that are preventing Ukraine from planting and harvesting. The Kremlin is also targeting grain storages and stealing grain in Ukraine while shifting the blame on others. This is cowardly, this is propaganda, pure and simple propaganda.
Michel called it a barbaric war waged by a permanent member of the Security Council, adding that global food security was a top priority for the EU.
Let's get to the facts. The EU has no sanctions on the agricultural sector in Russia. Zero. And even our sanctions on the Russian transport sector do not go beyond our EU borders. You may leave the room. Maybe it's easier not to listen to the truth, the ambassador. They do not prevent Russian flag vessels, our sanctions, from carrying grain, food or fertilizers to developing countries. The EU, on the contrary, is doing all we can to help Ukraine's agricultural exports and to support Ukraine's agricultural sector for the coming season.
The walkout was not caught on camera, with this image of Ambassador Vasilina Benzia exiting the room emerging later. He told a Reuters correspondent that he couldn't stay because of the lies that Charles Michel came to distribute. Benzia's deputy later tweeting this, accusing the EU of cheeky lies, unsubstantiated claims, and Michel of low professional standards and a lack of manners. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, concerned about the deepening global food crisis, is trying to broker a deal that would see a resumption in both Ukrainian and Russian food exports. The Russian invasion has resulted in the stalling of Ukrainian grain shipments from its Black Sea ports, with more than 20 million tons of grain reportedly stuck in silos. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will visit Turkey this week, where the issue of unlocking grain exports will be front and center. Sherman Bricebys, SABC News, New York.